There's this saying that I seem to love. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's the next person I need to be talking to? None of this is personal. It's not about you. Sales is never about you. Let's be honest. Nobody likes hearing no. But it's not the word no that's the problem. It's the rejection that comes with it and how we take that rejection, what we think it says about us. And in sales, you're going to hear it all the time. But when you hear no, unless you understand this, it can be a killer because we take the no as a reflection of us personally, that we're not good enough, smart enough, fast enough, right enough. And we take this as a rejection of us. We take this as they don't want to be friends with us. They don't want to talk to us anymore. They have rejected us. I remember I had a deal, it's been many, many years ago. I was early in this business and was desperate. And I finally got in a meeting. I got referred into a giant home builder. And I went to the meeting and I went to the sales call and I just was terrible. I was nervous. I was scared. I botched it all up. And at the end of the meeting, not only was it a no, it was get out of our office and don't ever call us again. And I was devastated. I was terrified. I was sad. I beat on my steering wheel, so I thought I was going to bend it in the car. And then I bet I cried. And it was probably a month and a half before I could even pick up the phone again. I mean, that was I took it as a personal attack on me. Now, I recognize I was the problem. It was the way I handled things, and I didn't do a good job. But I still took that no as a reflection of me. Here's what I want you to understand. No is my second favorite word. I hear it all the time, and I'd much rather hear no sooner than later. And that no that I got that day at the home builder, that not only maybe cost me that sale that I never had, but also what really hurt me more was that I didn't pick up the phone and prospect for another probably 6 weeks. And it probably took me another month after that to get my confidence back. I didn't have the deal at the home builder, never did. But the calls I didn't make, the opportunities I didn't reach out and create, that cost me the most. So I want to give you 3 things that you need to do differently to reframe rejection so that you don't have to worry about this anymore. Now, some of these may sting a bit because you may recognize yourself in them. Number 1, I want you to reframe no as a good thing. Here's what I tell people, right? Usually in sales, we see victory as getting a yes, right? Victory is a yes. Well, think about it. What do we control in a sales call about getting a yes? Not that much. All you can control by getting a yes, that's their decision. It's not your decision. If it was your decision, shit, sales would be easy. It's a yes, you're buying. Here we go. The best we can ask for is a decision. Victory is getting a decision, yes or no. And if they can't tell you yes, then we're going to call it a no. Second thing, I want you to separate who you are from the role that you play, right? Who we are as a human being, as a vessel to go through this life, someone that is 100% loved by your maker. You're going to have all these different roles you play in your life. You're going to be father, mother, son, daughter, cousin, golfer, cooker, baker, bourbon person. You have all these salesperson, right? All these different roles we play in our life. That's not who you are. That's what you do. And in those roles, you're going to have failures that are not a reflection on you. They're just there. When I go on a sales call, right, when I used to have to really visualize this, especially after the home builder disaster, I would picture myself, who I am at my core, right, inside of a limousine, bulletproof glass, perfectly safe, my favorite music on, drinking a something, bourbon, let's say, right? So that was me inside, protected, completely safe in a great place. I would send my role in to the sales call. Remember this visualization, right? I'm sending my role in. That's not me. That's not the person who can be harmed. That's my role. There are thousands of my roles. I can recreate and recreate and recreate. I send them in the sales call. If they screw it up and we get a no, okay, fine. I'll just send another one next time. It's not personal to me. I want you to separate who you are at your core, your identity, right, from the roles that you play. You see people that have a bad golf day, right? And they throw their golf clubs in the water and they feel bad about themselves. See, that's a mixing of the role and identity. It's also just bad behavior. Separate those two things. Recognize that it doesn't matter. There's this saying that I seem to love, wrote a book called this, some will, some won't, so what? Who's the next person I need to be talking to? None of this is personal. None of it at all. It's not about you. Sales is never about you. The best we can ask for is a decision. And the last thing, if you follow a sales process, like we have at the No BS Sales School, where you follow a process is to take emotion out of a sale, right? You have steps that you follow, that you go through, and the steps in the No BS sales system are to disqualify those prospects that aren't ready so that it does the work itself. In sales, the person who gets emotional is the buyer. So if you get emotional as a salesperson, you're the one buying your prospect's bullshit. You're the one that's putting up with it and going on and on and on and on and on. If you're emotional because you want this worse than they do. Here's the reality. You can't care whether you live or die. So what you have to do is you follow a process. Sales is not emotional, should not be emotional for the salesperson. Follow a sales process. You're not winging it. It's not about you. It's about the process. If it ends up being a no, especially in the first meeting or the second meeting, that's a giant win. If it takes longer than that to get to know, it means you probably skipped something in your process earlier on. You're going to get yeses. You're going to get nos. They're the same. What matters is what you do next.